Wipe out. Have you ever seen that phrasal verb before? Wipe out.
Wipe out. Uh, wipe. Uh, not not really.
Okay, well, that just means
Wipe.
that something gets destroyed or eliminated. I was thinking erased, but ChatGPT says destroyed or eliminated. So I guess ChatGPT says it's stronger than I would think.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. Is this same as finished or completely empty? Wipe out.
Wipe out means eliminated, gone, gone. What are crops? Do you know? You probably know the word crops.
Yes.
You're in the food industry.
Yes.
What does crop?
Yes. 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 Crop means grain like
Uh,
rice, maize. Yeah,
okay,
these are the
all right.
crops.
So what does that mean if it says the storm wiped out all the crops in the field?
This means that the storm destroyed all crops.
Okay, that's right. There are no more crops, so that's a bad thing. But
Yeah, no more crops. Yeah.
how will you say the first? Oh, this is a hard sentence for. Let's see. The storm wiped out all. Okay, how will you say the first four words?
The storm wiped out.
Okay,
Wiped out.
say it again.
The storm wiped out.
What do you think is the big sound?
Storm.
Oh,
Storm.
I was thinking that too. I think it could also be wiped out, but I was thinking storm sounds better. Okay.
Yes.
Actually, I know how we can do this. Okay. So, what if I say the storm wiped out? The storm wiped out.
Storm wiped out.
Is out
Wipe.
also
Uh,
big?
storm wiped out.
But I think
Yes.
no, I think that's a bad idea though. I think it's better if we make all big. The storm wiped out all the crops.
The storm wiped out all the crops
Mhm. All right. And then how would you add the two words in the to the phrase?
in the field. In the field.
Okay, is it well, I'm just going to put two words up here, okay? Can you see the two words that I have? Sirkan, we were talking about ottomans earlier, and Sirkan says, "Oh, I've seen the ottoman in the sultan's chamber. Is the difference between the sultan's chamber in the saray and the lifestyles of ordinary citizens was stark. It had a little direct influence on the daily lives of most Turks. OED, hassock, and tussock have the same meaning." Well, I remember we were looking at tussock, and that's like a big patch of grass that kind of looks like a hassock. So I guess that makes sense. Can you see the two words, Pachu?
Yes, sir.
Okay, how do you say number one?
It's a field.
Field. How do you say number two?
Field.
Field.
The same.
Well, no, no, it's not the same. Number two. First of all, think about the duration. Okay, just think about the time. Number one, filled. Number two, field. One is bigger than the other one. Don't you agree?
Yes.
Which one is
Yes.
small and
I
which
agree.
one is big?
The first is a field.
Okay.
Field.
Oh wait. Sorry, there should be two L's there. The first one is filled. Is that big or small, the vowel sound? Is that a long sound in duration or short?
Is a short. Is a field.
Okay. And how about field? What is the duration of that sound?
Is a long.
So
Field.
so
Field.
just in duration, just say the words again, but concentrate on the how long is the sound in duration? Say number one.
is filled,
Filled. And number two?
is filled,
Okay. Now there's another difference because number one is a very relaxed sound. Filled. There's nothing happening really in your mouth. Filled. There's just a little air pushing up right around here. Filled. Filled. Well, it's going up here. Filled. There's just a little air pushing up to the top of your mouth. Filled. Say number
filled,
say number one and just feel how the air just sort of pushes up at the top of your mouth. Filled.
filled,
Okay,
filled,
but when you say number two, you have to turn your tongue into a snake ready to attack. So feel,
filled,
feel. You've got to pull your tongue back, and you should feel a lot of tension. And
filled,
field,
filled,
field.
filled,
Got to push your tongue back more.
filled,
Field,
filled,
and
filled,
you got to smile. Field.
filled,
Yeah, and
filled,
you smile. Watch my lips. You smile, and then you give a kiss. Field, field, field.
filled, filled,
So when you smile, your tongue goes back. Field.
filled,
It's a hard one. It's a hard.
filled.
We have to practice that one.
Yes.
Okay, let's go back to the sentence. The
Yeah.
storm wiped out. Now, how will you say all the crops in the say the crops in the like it's one word?
Uh, the crops in the field.
Hmm.
All the crops in the field.
Okay, or just say all the crops and just say the crops in the like it's one word.
The crops in the field.
Okay.
Crops in the field.
Forget about field for the moment. Just say all the crops in the or the crops in the crops in the
The crops in the
mhm.
crops in the
All the crops in the field.
all the crops in the field.
Okay,
Field.
field. You've got to make your mouth more tense when you say that. You have to put tension in your mouth. Your
Field.
field. It's like your tongue is.
Field.
You pull your tongue back like it's a snake about to attack. Field.
Field.
That's better.
Field.
Field. You just said it a minute ago. It would take some practice.
Yes.
Okay. The storm wiped out all the crops in the field. Say it again.
The storm wiped out all the crops in the field.
Oh,
Field.
that was pretty good. That was better. How many phrases do you think we could divide this sentence into?
So the storms. So the storms wipe out
The storm wiped.
all the crops.
Okay.
Yeah. Storm wiped out all the crops in the field.
Okay. So two phrases.
Yes.
Okay.
All the
Now, is this a serious? Do you think this is a serious sounding phrase, or is this a
in
friendly,
the
nice sounding
serious.
phrase? Serious.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And what is the most important word in that phrase?
It's a wipe storm
Okay.
is for
So now, how do you start a phrase normally?
as a high tone.
Okay. And how do you, if it's serious, how would you like it to finish? How would you like it to sound at the end?
Is a low tone.
Okay. Now, this is where I think we have to do a falling tone because storm is at the beginning of the phrase, but it's also our most important word, and it's sort of the end of our phrase. So we could say, the storm wiped out. The storm wiped out.
The storm wipe out
Wipe. This
wiped out.
this is doubt. Doubt. Wiped out.
Storm doubt wiped out. Wiped out.
The
Wiped out.
storm wiped out. The
The storm
Storm.
wiped out.
Storm. The storm wiped out.
The storm wiped out.
Okay, now in the second phrase, what do you think would be the most important phrase?
It's the all
Yeah, I think
is one
so.
thing.
So again, we have a funny situation where maybe we'll start because this is the beginning of the phrase. It
Yeah.
should be high, but then when we finish, we want all this. If we want to sound serious, we better keep this pretty low. So we'll say, the storm wiped out all the crops in the field.
The storm wiped out all the crops in the field.
Okay. Uh, how will you make a question like, what happened all crops?
What what happened? Uh, what happened all the crops?
Okay, well, you're missing something. You're missing a preposition.
What did what happened all the crops
When
in
when
the
you
field?
when you use happen, when you use happen, and you want to talk about the object, you have to use to. What happened to?
Okay. So what happened to all the crops in the field?
Okay, and what is the most important word in that question?
The what
Okay, and what are the next three words in your question?
what happened? What happened to? What happened to?
What happened to the? Oh, wait, I'm sorry. You're right. What happened to? Okay,
Yeah.
so let's say happened to like one word. What happened to? What happened to?
What hap- What happened to? What happened to?
How about the word all? Is that an important word?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What happened to all?
What happened to all?
What happened to all the crops in the field?
What happened to all the crops in the field?
And what is the answer?
The storm the storm wiped out all the crops in the field.
Wipe out or wiped out?
Is wiped out. The
Wiped out.
storm wiped out
Uh-huh.
all the crops in the field.
The storm wiped out all the crops in the field.
The storm wiped out all the crops in the field.
Okay. Now let's just do one more for today. Have you
Yeah,
ever
okay,
seen
sir.
this expression before? Good riddance.